February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddled, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Look who it is. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing, didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! February 23rd, 12:32 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 9. Yep, this is the first time we're experiencing latter halves of trials. Hello everybody, Hyper Mario Sunshine here, and we're back for some more Ace Attorney. If you guys saw my community post, I probably won't be recording or uploading as much as I would like to, just dealing with a lot of personal stuff, so I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. That is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock? Who's there? What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you! Oh, ho, heh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Righto. The attorney I've heard is so good things about you, son. Eh? Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at that poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crimes occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. That cold stare. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of that crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person I'm in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is just push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry it up and open it. Oh boy, more automatic scrolling through the menu very slowly and steadily. Alright, switchblade knife. Turn it around, we see that there's a number code on with SL-92. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame? But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get a feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow? There doesn't seem to be anything else, so let's go click that little button and... What? Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared! Look at this knife blade! The tip is broken off! And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade added to the courtroom record. Switchblade knife found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife? Sure thing! Not a problem, not even a little one, really. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess! The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Nudgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. But wait a second. You said 5:15. That was the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Department in disorder. Now, I believe... I actually really don't know, but I know in future games, I've mentioned this previously in past episodes, that in future games, if you were to present something correctly, you could, on certain points within a trial, you may lose more points than usual. So I'm not sure if it happens here as well. It's been a while since I played fully through Case 5, so let's see here. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something, a muffler. Alright, let's see here. I was about to press here. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You've got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. Okay. 5:15. Parking lot 512. Maybe it might be Goodman's autopsy report. I'm gonna press here first, just in case. 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Oh my god, I threw up a little bit in my mouth. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, the weird time of all times is now. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. Unless there's evidence to prove there's a connection between the knife and Goodman. Okay. Trying to think here, let's see. Fortunately, can't give it to him like that. Good connection between the knife and Goodman. Oh, wait! It might be Goodman's note, because upside down, it says SL9. So, we're gonna do this. Wait a second! Ah, at last! An honest-to-goodness objection! This knife, this has to do something, this has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great! Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9 too. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 divided by 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But if you turn it around, what do you get? Oh my god, I skipped over a lot of dialogue. Oh my god. Well, just feel one line of Phoenix's. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto! I win? What game is this guy playing? Alright, but this knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the apartment's evidence room. So, this knife, was stolen? Yes, on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder? And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car? Hard to think there isn't a connection here. Oh, sorry, I keep yawning. Stolen from the knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. I think we're gonna end things off here. We're almost at the end of this, and plus, I'm feeling a little bit tired. Plus, I don't mind a shorter episode for this time around, especially since with how eventful it is, and we meet a new character here in Gant. But yeah, and again, I am also feeling like not super motivated to record too much, so I hope you guys do understand that. But yeah, love my videos with a like, but make sure to subscribe to my channel. We appreciate it. Next time on Ace Attorney, we will be continuing the second day, the latter part of the trial. See you guys then.